Well, it's another stormy day today. I've got 6 more feathers done. Well, they're not done. I got to put the quill down the center of both the back and the front, and then I've got to put the quill down the front of all these feathers. The back one has already been done, and that's 10 feathers there. So that's 16 altogether, and then I've got the other 10 that I've already done up to this point. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. I just wanted to let you know that Joe Redfeather, who's a Lakota war chief, is a friend of mine. He and his wife live up in Virginia City, and they've been very helpful in filling me in on things Indian, traditions and stuff like that. And he came by, and I was talking to him about this, and I told him the title of the piece is a protector, and he says, "Well, that's right." He says that's a ceremonial club that he would have tapped misbehaving members of the village on the shoulder or in the back or on the head, just to let them know that they need to settle down, and then he would say, "Go speak to your grandfather. Go speak to grandfather. He wants to talk to you." And that would stop whatever disturbance was going on in the village. The Blackfeet did the same thing. I don't know what the name in the Blackfoot tribe or tongue would be. In his tongue, it was, I can't even tell you how to pronounce it, Akasita or something like that. He's actually one of those in his tribe. He's a member of the Red Feather Society, which is a warrior society. And he got it because he served in Vietnam and was wounded, and he's never been able to fully recover from his wounds. So he's a great warrior. We talked for a few minutes about things, about the number of feathers in the headdress, and 26 is fine. He says 28 would be a good medicine headdress, good for medicine. But 26 was acceptable too, and doing all center feathers is acceptable. It took a long time to get that many coups to get center feathers, and but if he was a great warrior, he could do that. If I'm interpreting what he told me correctly, that is. He's going to write it up for me and send me an email. It's always nice to have insight from someone who knows something about what they're talking about, rather than somebody like me who basically repeats what I hear. So I'm just going to continue making these feathers. It is still raining outside. No power outages though, knock wood. Cut the upper part, the dark part of the feather, off of this drawing, and what I'm doing is I'm putting it at the top of the feather, and I've done it on all the feathers so they're all at the same level. You don't want to have a dark area that's way lower than the other one, because they would have tried to make them the feathers uniform in their coloring and stuff like that, and I just outline where the dark area would be. This is the last 3 feathers I'm doing here. I haven't put the front quill on the 16 feathers yet. I will do that after I get done with this, and I want to show you what I'm doing first before I go back to that. What I've done is you can see how I've cut little grooves in the end of the stick. And now I'm just going to add a finer texture than is in the rest of the feather. It just gives a different texture, so that the patina man who colors the bronze will be able to tell where the dark area of the feather should be. Now it's starting to rain again outside. I've got the first 10 that I finished. They're all textured. All the ends of the feathers where it's going to be dark is textured. Everything's alike. There's no difference in the textures. That's something you've got to be really careful of when you're working on a sculpture. You can't make one part of the sculpture one texture and another part another texture. You have to keep them all the same textures. Now, these are the feathers I've done over the last 2 days, and these will be finished up on Friday, hopefully. And if not Friday, I'll come in Saturday and work on them just to get these the quills on these feathers done. That's 16 more feathers. Now I've put the quill on the back of the feathers, but I haven't been able to put the quill on the front. It takes time to make those quills, but they're all textured at the top of the feathers, both back and front. Do that hopefully Friday. I've got somebody coming over Friday, but I don't know whether they're coming for sure or not. So if they don't, then I will be able to finish these up Friday. If they do come over, then I'll just have to finish it up Monday. The first 10 feathers have the cloth wrapping on the bottom of the quill, and then I've got to just do all that on all that too. So I still got a little work to do, but the major part of it is done. The 26 feathers, man, that's a lot of sculpting. So let me get these put away, and you guys have a great night. I'll see you Friday.